Deciding to quit your job is never an easy decision, and it's important to carefully weigh the pros and cons before making a move. However, there are certain situations in which quitting your job might be the best choice for your career and overall well-being. Here are 10 reasons why you might consider quitting your job, along with some examples to illustrate each point. Number 1. You're not being paid enough. If you feel like you're not being compensated fairly for your work, it might be time to look for a new job. For example, if you have been working at the same company for several years and have not received a raise, despite consistently meeting or exceeding your performance goals, you might decide to start looking for a job that values and rewards your contributions more. Number 2. You're not challenged or fulfilled by your work. If you feel like you're not learning or growing in your current role, it could be time to move on to something more challenging. For example, if you have been working as a customer service representative for several years and are no longer finding the work interesting or meaningful, you might consider applying for a job in a different field that better aligns with your interests and goals. Number 3. You're not happy at work. If your job is causing you stress or unhappiness, it's important to consider whether it's worth continuing to stay in a negative work environment. For example, if you are constantly feeling overwhelmed and stressed out by your workload, or if you are experiencing conflict or negativity with your coworkers or boss, it might be time to start looking for a job that is a better fit for you. Number 4. You're not using your skills and strengths. If your job isn't utilizing your strengths or allowing you to use the skills and abilities you have, you might feel unfulfilled and consider finding a new role that better aligns with your strengths. For example, if you have a background in marketing but are currently working as a receptionist, you might consider quitting your job and finding a role that allows you to use your marketing skills and expertise. Number 5. You have a better opportunity elsewhere. If you had an opportunity to take a new job that offers better pay, benefits, or growth potential, it might be worth considering making the switch. For example, if you have been offered a job at a competing company that pays significantly more and provides better benefits, it might be worth quitting your current job and taking the new opportunity. Number 6. You have a long commute. A long commute can be a major source of stress and take up a lot of time. If you have the opportunity to work closer to home, it might be worth considering quitting your current job. For example, if you have been commuting an hour each way to work every day and have recently been offered a job that is only a few minutes from your house, it might be worth quitting your current job and taking the new one to save time and reduce stress. Number 7. Your work-life balance is off. If you feel like you're working too much and not spending enough time with your family or on personal interests, it might be time to look for a job with a better balance. For example, if you are working long hours and barely have any time to spend with your spouse and children, you might consider quitting your job and finding one that allows for more flexibility and a better work-life balance. Number 8. You don't get along with your coworkers or boss. If your relationships with your coworkers or boss are causing stress or conflict, it might be time to move on to a new job where you can work with a more positive and supportive team. For example, if you are constantly feeling frustrated or undermined by your coworkers or boss, or if you feel like you are not being treated with respect or fairness, it might be worth quitting your current job and finding a new one where you can work in a more positive and supportive environment. Number 9. Your values don't align with the company. If you feel like the values of your company don't align with your own, it can be difficult to stay motivated and committed to your work. In this case, it might be worth looking for a job at a company whose values align more closely with your own. For example, if you are an environmental activist and are working for a company that is not environmentally responsible, you might consider quitting and finding a job at a company that is more aligned with your values. Number 10. You want to try something new. If you're feeling stuck in your current job and want to try something new or explore a different career path, it might be time to consider quitting and finding a new job that aligns more closely with your goals and interests. For example, if you have been working as a teacher for several years but have always wanted to start your own business, you might consider quitting your job and starting your own company. Quitting your job is a big decision, and it's important to carefully consider all of the factors before making a move. However, if you're not happy at your current job, or if there are other compelling reasons to move on, it might be worth considering quitting and finding a new opportunity that is a better fit for you. So, these are the 10 reasons why you might consider quitting your job. I hope this list has been helpful and has given you some things to think about as you consider your career options.